consistency of wet spaghetti. All Ali has to do is walk 3 feet, push it. Ali could not walk those 3 feet. Neither one was ever the same, and they took everything they had out of each other.
Frazier's trainers stopped the fight after the 14th round. Ali won with a TKO, ending one of the biggest boxing rivalries of all time. Friends and family begged Ali to hang up his gloves and go out on top.
Ali came up the aisle and he said, "This is the closest you fellas will ever see to death."
I pleaded with him to retire. Retire after this fight. Retire, retire.
ABC Sports announcer Howard Cosell, who covered Ali for most of his career, even tried to talk the champ down.
He told me 3.5 weeks ago, one more fight that you had you full of it. One big fight, a lot of money, and that was it. Now there are more fights in the offing. Why?
Well, because I've changed my mind. I feel that I can go another few years. The fans want to see it.
And that, in effect, is our show today. Ali, still the heavyweight champion of the world. Not get off.
They loved each other, man. They really did. They were like brothers. They really were.
Over the next 6 years, there were 10 more fights, 2 more marriages, and 3 more children, including daughter Layla, who followed in her father's footsteps.
Just being Muhammad Ali's daughter, people are always going to want to test you, you know, and I've always been the one to take it on and not want to back down.
Then, Muhammad Ali would take on his toughest opponent.
We saw the slurred speech, a little slowness.
How did you find out that your father had Parkinson's?
The diagnosis came years after he actually had it. That was a time when even the top researchers did not know that young people can get Parkinson's.
He was 38 years old. In 1982, after 3 decades of redefining boxing with a lifetime record of 56 wins and only 5 defeats, Ali retired for good.
The disease had a very slow progression for him, and it hasn't stopped him from doing anything he wants to do.
Like that moment in 1996 that brought the world to its feet.
What's the most dynamic figure in sports?
That was a very positive highlight for him, and it was massive. I mean, millions of people saw that.
Millions of fans all over the world continue to worship the champ.
When you say the greatest of all time is in the room, everyone knows who you mean.
And in 2005, the one-time objector of conscience received the country's highest civilian award, the Presidential Medal of Freedom. CNN's last visit with Ali was at his home, the champ moving slower, his voice barely a whisper.
Here's my gymnasium and my comeback.
His spirits unshaken until the end.
I still look at the guy and see the greatest.
Muhammad Ali had no fear.
He always fought for freedom and love.
That was his mission in life, is to help people.
We were privileged to lay our hands on him a little bit.
Muhammad was bigger than boxing.
But to say a great boxer, give that to some boxer. The guy was one of the greatest human beings I've ever met in my life.
I am the greatest.